The purpose of example 3 is to show us how to use fractional exponents to evaluate roots. This is a tool we're going to need when we get into chapter 3. So in part A, we want to solve for x in the equation x to the 64th equals 256. So just as a quick example, if this had been x squared equals 256, what we would do is take the square root of both sides to find the solution. Well, in this case, our exponent is 64, so what we need to do is calculate the 64th root. So, on both sides, I need to take the 64th root. So, as we discussed in example 1, taking a 64th root is the same thing as raising to the 1 over 64th power. So, on the left-hand side of this equation, the exponents cancel, and I am left with an x remaining. On the right-hand side, I have 256 raised to the 1 over 64, and then I simply enter that into the calculator, and I get 1.0905. And that's my solution for x. Okay. Now in part B, it's just ever so slightly more complicated. We have 1 plus x raised to the 32nd power is equal to 27. So if I want to solve for x, the very first thing I need to do is get rid of that 32nd power. So that means I need to take a 32nd root. So I raise both sides to 1 over 32. On the left-hand side, the exponents cancel, and I am left with 1 plus x. On the right-hand side, I have 27 to the 1 over 32, which turns out to be 1.1085. So then I simply subtract 1 from both sides, and I get 0.1085 for my answer. Okay. In part B, part C, we the equation we have is 264 equals 113 x to the 24th. Okay, in this case, the very first thing we need to do is divide both sides by that 113. If I do that, I have 2.33, let's say 63, equals x to the 24th. So now I can get rid of the 24th, the exponent of 24, by raising both sides to the 1 over 24th power. And then once I do this, that will give me the value for x. And so calculating that, I get x equals 1.0360 when I round to 4 decimal places. Okay, let's do one more example. Part D. In part D, we kind of combine all of these ideas from the previous 3 parts. So our equation is 347 equals 259 times 1 plus x raised to the 16th power. So the very first step is to divide both sides by that 259 to get rid of that. And that's going to give me 1.339, let's say 77, equals 1 plus x all raised to the 16th power. So now I need to take the 16th root of both sides, which I'll do by calculating the 1 over 16th power, and I'm simply going to plug this into the calculator, and I get 1 plus, I'm going to get, on the left-hand side, I have 0. Let me try that again. On the left-hand side, I'm going to get 1.0184, and on the right-hand side, I'm going to be left with just 1 plus x. So then I simply subtract 1 from both sides, and that gives me 0.0184 as my answer. Okay, and that's it for example 3.